What's good, everybody, and welcome back to Let Me Talk's weekly wrestling update. I be your boy Rim, and yes, last night I was live in attendance with this big hat by Noggin Boss, repping the Let Me Talk podcast gang at TNA's Bound for Glory in Lowell, Massachusetts. And let me tell you guys, that show was epic from start to finish. We're about to jump into it. I'm going to let you know about some of the stuff I like. Drop some comments below. Remember to like, follow, and share. And this is your weekly update.
That probably take her.
Big leagues.
Wanna know the difference between my
Big leagues.
everything we do on this side, man.
Big leagues.
Everything.
Big league. Y'all. Big league. Big leagues. Big boy.
Let's get right to it. I was going to wait to talk about it, but I changed my mind. I definitely have to talk about the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys as I remember them from my childhood and all that, with my teenage life, you know what I mean? But, you know, you had the Hardys versus Team 3D for all the titles, you know, TNA and NXT tag titles, whatever it might be. But if y'all got time, go watch this match. It was a great send-off after 25 years of wrestling beef, wrestling wars. This was great, man. There was a lot of callbacks, a lot of damage. Get the tables, got the ladders, got the chairs. Man, you know what to expect from a Hardys and Dudley match. And it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. And I previously met Devon when I was out in SummerSlam for SummerSlam weekend in Jersey. We so happened to be staying at the same hotel, which is dope. Bro's a pretty cool guy. But the Dudleys retired after this match. Obviously, they lost. The Hardys retained. Like I said, go watch that match. Hey, yo, Jeff hit the mean senton off the ladder. I was loving that. But after the match, they unleashed their boots and they passed it to the Hardys. And this is the end of an era. I've been a fan relatively all my life, and that was dope, man. You guys let me know what y'all think down in the comments, and I think I'm about to watch that match again. So the pre-show kicked off with the Inspiration defending the Knockouts tag titles against the Elegance brand. It was a solid opener, fun crowd energy, but nothing too wild, you know, just to warm the crowd up, you know what I mean? For the opening match, we had Steve Macklin facing off against Frankie Kazarian for the TNA International Championship. It was a fun, quick match. Your boy Steve Macklin went over. You know what I mean? It was the right choice. Let's move on. At this point in the night, I just had to put my phone down. And I'm sorry, guys. I ain't got no pictures of these guys. I don't have no footage. And I feel fucked up for that because that's how invested in this match I was. Javon Evans and your boy Slater knocked it out the park, man. Like, yo, them two dudes, they went at it. I mean, the acrobats, the high flying, them dudes is nice, man. You know what I mean? And to be just 21, 22 years old, that's special, man. And we don't want to hear that, yo, they got next up. Nah, them dudes you have now, man. They put that work and that pain in so bad that they went to the 20-minute time limit, and your man had to come out and give him 10 more minutes. I needed a winner in this match. Know what I mean? You wasn't going to just stop the match at a draw. I needed a winner, bro. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. We was about to get that winner, then bum-ass Dark State wanted to come out and interfere and fuck the whole match up. That shit blew mine. But you know what? Great job to both these gentlemen. I want to see them go at it again. Run it back. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Nobody's looking forward to this Tessa Blanchard match versus Gia Miller. Nothing against Gia. She cool and all that. But you know, Tessa's that one person you find out who does racist shit, gets fired, gets their job back, come back to work and say, hey, I got a black friend. And that black friend happens to be the former Alicia Fox. But shout out to Alicia Fox. Haven't seen her in years. Man, she looks good out there. But yeah, nobody buying it. And she still won the match. It's bullshit, but whatever. I kind of also didn't enjoy this Kalani Jordan versus Indy Hartwell match. To me, it was just slow. There was a lot of botchy spots, and you can tell they both are straight. Well, not Indy, but you can tell Kalani's still in developmental. But I know this was a pivot because Ash by Elegance had to drop her title due to unforeseen circumstances. I hope she gets well, but the match could have been better. So imagine if you never really watched TNA wrestling like that, like myself. So imagine that, we done seen gauntlet matches in other companies like AEW and WWE, right? But just imagine this. Imagine you watching a match that's similar to like a Royal Rumble or a Battle Royale, right? And you see the first couple of entrants be female. So you think it's a women's gauntlet match, right? And then all of a sudden, you got Ryan Nemeth, who is Nick Nemeth. And if you don't know who Nick Nemeth is, that's Dolph Ziggler's younger brother, coming to the match and start beating the dog shit out the women. You be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? So this was my reaction last night as I'm watching this match, and I was all in. I ain't gonna hold you guys, B. Like, that shit was crazy. So then they decided the two women that was in there was Mara Sade, formerly Jakara Jackson from NXT, and Ling Ling Zing, who is the former Xia Li from SmackDown. But it's crazy. So they jumping dude, and then Nick, aka Dolph Ziggler, come out, and then he starts beating up on one of the chicks, and then some other dude come out, and then they helping the chicks beat up the dudes, and then Rich homie Swan, Rich, you know the dude, the dirty dancing dude, man. He comes out, he get beat. Yo, listen, that whole match was wild, man. I enjoyed it, but at the end, it came down to Frankie Kazarian, who he's hilarious. I like him as a heel. He's dope. You know what I mean? And Dolph Ziggler Nemeth was the last two, and they end up co-winning the Claudia Shot Gauntlet Trophy. You know what I mean? More about that later. But yo, I've never seen a match like this in my life, and I'm here for it. A mixed gender gauntlet match. And the fact is that the women and the men wrestle each other. It's not like WWE. If a woman tags into the match, the dude got to get out and another woman got to come in and fight them. Nah, everybody was thumping, and I fucks with that. That's keeping it the realism. I'm here for it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. This hardcore war match was dope. Once again, I'm not a dude who regularly watches TNA. So now that I'm checking it out, I get surprised by some things. You know what I mean? So this match had the similar little rules to what a War Games would be, minus the cage and minus the 2-ring setup. You know what I mean? The match started off with one guy from each faction, and as the time progressed, one member from each faction got into the melee. You know what I mean? And the match was good. I love seeing Mustafa Muhammad. I've always been a fan. Mustafa Ali, my bad. Always been a fan since he was in WWE. You know what I mean? And he played such a great heel. Who doesn't think he's a heel, that he's doing the right thing? It's beautiful. Moose is that guy. His team went over. They won. It's a great 15, 20-minute match if y'all feel like sitting down and watching it. Let me know what y'all thought about it in the comments.
That chick! Whoop that chick! Whoop that chick! Whoop that chick!
Now we here for the main event. Trick Williams, representing both NXT and TNA, defending the TNA World title against Mike Santana. This match was everything. Like, the energy was high. The crowd was electric. Like, bro, this match was everything, like I said. And Mike Santana, this was his time. My man came out through the crowd like he normally does. And he had on his Taino Indian war paint. If you know Mike, he's Puerto Rican and he loves his heritage. This match was hard hitting. Trick was whooping him out at the beginning. He even busted Mike open. And then out of nowhere, Mike got that second win, put the beats on Trick, hit him with his finisher. 1, 2, 3, new TNA heavyweight champion, Mike Santana. And it's well-deserved, man. Well-deserved. And then as soon as that happened, the double back to the Koya Shot Gauntlet, Nick Namath, aka Dolph Ziggler, decided to come out and try to cash in. But as soon as he tried to cash in, a returning Elijah, formerly Elias of WWE fame, cracked him with the guitar, and then that was it. End of the match, Mike got the title, gave it to his daughter, and they embraced in the ring, and that was the end of Bound for Glory. So you guys let me know what y'all think in the comment. I highly recommend this pay-per-view. This has been my first TNA pay-per-view I went to, and I think it's one of the dopest live events I've been to, and that says a lot. I just came from SummerSlam this summer. So check it out, guys. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Follow at Let Me Talk Pod. I'll be your boy Rim, and this is your wrestling update for Bound for Glory 2025. Peace.
Van Ness gave birth to a lot of G's, a lot of D's, a lot of fiends, and a lot of weeds. Summertime shooter, my youngest still learning how to squeeze. Eating good, spicy lobster tail with the collard greens. I'm a king, now let me sit on my throne. You niggas needed help to do that shit I did on my own.